The new Precious Path season alongside the December content update was just released by Pokemon Go. Let's get straight into the details, and we're going to run through this very quickly, but let's start off with the Precious Path's new season. The following bonuses will be live from December the 2nd all the way until March the 3rd, which is going to be one additional special trade per day, which is massive. To be able to do 2 special trades per day, guys, if you just do that over a month, that's 60 special trades in 1 month, which is incredible. Do not sleep on trading Pokemon. We're going to get increased Stardust for the first catch of the day, and we're also going to get increased friendship bonus damage in raids. Professor Willow will be presenting us with a Precious Path's new special research for the season. For a total of $8, there will be a masterwork research, which is going to be called the Precious Catch, which will be able to get us the new Master Ball. It looks like hatching from 2-kilometer eggs, we're going to see Smoochum, Cleffa, Bergmite, and more. And 5-kilometer eggs, we're going to have Audino, Elgium, and Snom. And 10-kilometer eggs, we're going to have Beldum and Tinkatink. And 7-kilometer eggs, we're going to have a lot of the regionals. It looks like a Alolan Diglett, Galarian Zigzagoon, Galarian Stunfisk. And then the 5-kilometer Adventure Sync eggs, we're going to get Bonsly, Riolu, Archen. And 10-kilometer Adventure Sync eggs, we're going to get Drampaw, Dreepy. And in Mateo 7-kilometer eggs, we will be able to get Hisuian Growlithe, White Stripe Basculin, as well as Galarian Slowpoke. That's a quick overview of the new season, but heading straight into December now. It looks like the Research Breakthrough box will finally be changing over. This is going to be from accumulating your 7-day stamps. The rewards you can expect in there are going to be Lapras. That 100% CP is going to be 1131. We can see Galarian Mr. Mime in there at an 886 guaranteed hundo. Snorlax can be in there at 1382 for your guaranteed hundo. Dreepy can be in there at 328. Honedge is going to be in there, which is awesome, at 595 CP, and Sinistea will remain at 488 CP, which will be your guaranteed hundo. Then let's move into our 5-star raids for December. So from the 25th of November all the way until the 4th of December, we are going to be seeing Cobalion, Terrakion, and Virizion. We have touched on these Pokemon in our What's Going On This Week in Pokemon Go episodes. However, if we just run through it again, Virizion and Cobalion right now in the Ultra League is probably going to be the best suited league for those specific Pokemon, but Terrakion is going to be your number 1 here as a raid attacker specifically. I believe it's the 4th best fighting type attacker in the game right now. You will need Sacred Sword on this Pokemon, which won't be coming from these raids, so you will need an elite charge TM. But even as a rock type attacker, it's currently sitting, I believe, at the 11th spot, which is absolutely incredible. Then from the 4th until the 13th, Kyurem will be coming into raids, and this is great because from the 13th until the 22nd, we will see Reshiram in raids, and then from the 22nd to the 31st, we will see Zekrom in raids. You will need 1000 fusion energy, but it's very important that your Kyurem knows Glaciate, because without that, it won't be able to fuse into Black Kyurem or into White Kyurem. Kyurem on its own is currently the 17th best Ice type attacker, and as a Dragon type attacker, is currently ranked 38th. Reshiram as a Dragon type attacker is currently the 29th best in the game, but it's currently the 5th best Fire type attacker in the game, and that's going to be with Fusion Flare, which you will need an elite charge TM for. And even on Zekrom's side of things, it's currently the 28th best Dragon type attacker, but it's the 7th best Electric type attacker in the game, and you will need Fusion Bolt, which will also require an elite charge TM. Even Zekrom in the Master League is currently ranked 7th right now, and your Reshiram is currently in the 9th spot. So both of these Pokemon without the fusions are very good, but with their fusions, White Kyurem becomes the number 1 best Ice type attacker in the game, and the 22nd best Dragon type attacker in the game, and the 6th best Pokemon in the Master League right now, which is absolutely incredible. And for Black Kyurem, it is going to be the 8th best Dragon type attacker in the game, the 2nd best Ice type attacker in the game, and the 8th best Pokemon to use right now in the Master League. Both of these fusions are a must-have. Then a new 5-star Shadow raid boss will be coming for the month of December, which is going to be Shadow Heatran. Shadow Heatran right now is currently the 3rd best Fire type attacker in the game. You will need Magma Storm on this Pokemon, which will require an elite charge TM, but guys, just have a look at that new shiny Shadow. It's absolutely stunning, and it's going to serve you tremendously well, especially in the Fire type category. Then moving on to Mega Raids from the 25th of November all the way until the 4th of December, we will see Mega Garchomp, Mega Medicham, and Mega Aerodactyl. Just to run through those very quickly, guys, Mega Garchomp is one of the best ground and dragon type attackers in the entire game. This is probably going to be your last chance at some time before you can get Mega Garchomp energy again. Remember to go after that. Mega Medicham, not the greatest attacker in the game, but because it shares a psychic and fighting typing, a really good Pokemon to try and get to Mega level 3, so you can accumulate the candy and XL candy whenever those fighting and psychic type events come around. And for Mega Aerodactyl, it's currently the 5th best rock type attacker in the game. And then from the 4th until the 13th, we will see Mega Gyarados coming back. It's currently the 12th best dark type attacker in the game with Bite and Crunch, and in the water type category, it's breaking into the top 5 with Waterfall and Hydro Pump. A really good Pokemon to use in the Mega Master League as well, which should come around toward the end of the season. Then coming into Mega Raid from the 13th until the 22nd, we will see Mega Abomasnow. Mega Abomasnow right now as a grass type attacker is not great, but as an ice type attacker, it is breaking into the top 10 right now because it does have access to Weather Ball. It's currently in the 9th spot. And last but not least, Mega Glalie will be returning. A lot of trainers don't actually have Mega Glalie in their dex entry just simply because Glalie only comes around Christmas time. Of course, the 5-star raid bosses will translate into raid hours. On December the 3rd, the raid hour will be Cobalion, Terrakion, and Virizion. On the 10th of December from 6 to 7 p.m. local time, we will see Kiraman there. On the 17th, it's going to be Reshiram. On the 24th, it's going to be Zekrom. And then on the 31st, to celebrate New Year's Eve, is going to be the firework Pokemon, which is going to be Blacephalon, which I think is going to be spawning globally. Then moving on to our Max Mondays. On the 1st of December, we have Darumaka in there, which of course can go into D-Max Darmanitan, which is still currently the 3rd best Fire Max attacker in the game right now, just behind G-Max Cinderace as well as G-Max Charizard. If you don't have a good fire attacker, make sure to go after that Darumaka. On the 8th of December, we're going to see Cryogonal in there, which isn't going to be great. On December 15th, we do have D-Max Kabuto, which can go into Kabutops. Then on December 22nd, we will see our new Max Pokemon debut, which is going to be Max Spheal, of course, going into Maxwell Ran. This is currently going to make this Pokemon the 4th best ice type attacker in the game. If you don't have a G-Max Lapras or a Glaceon coming from the recent Eevee event, this could be a decent starting point as an ice type attacker for you. And on the 29th of December, do not miss D-Max Omanyte, which can go into Dynamax Omastar, which is actually a brilliant Dynamax Pokemon because it's the only one that knows a rock type fast move, which is going to be Rock Throw, which actually comes from an Elite Charge TM. However, when something like D-Max Ho-Oh comes around, this is probably going to be our best counter for that specific Pokemon. Then moving into our Spotlight hours. Remember, every Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. local time, one Pokemon will be spawning in the Spotlight, and the first one on December 2nd is going to be Cranidos. That bonus in that hour is going to be 2 times Transfer Candy. Cranidos going into Rampardos right now is currently the 10th best rock type attacker in the game, and the Shadow form is currently the 4th best, which means you could get a lot of candy if you do have a good Shadow form. Make sure to go after that. On the 9th, we have Shieldon, which of course can go into Bastiodon. If you are a PvP player, please make sure to play this because you really want to try and get an XL Bastiodon, which can go to level 50, but the right combination you want there is going to be a 0, 15, 14 as your rank 1. This Pokemon for years has been one of the best PvP Pokemon to use. It is an absolute truck. On the 16th of December, we are going to get Mienfoo. The bonus in that hour is going to be 2 times Cash Candy. Mienfoo going to Mienshao is not the most meta relevant Pokemon. However, it is a really, really rare shiny. So if you really want your shiny decks filled up, go after that Spotlight hour. Then on the 23rd of December, it's going to be a Spheal Spotlight hour. The bonus there is going to be 2 times Evolution XP. Spheal right now going into Celio or into Welrayan are both really good Go Battle League Pokemon right now. Then on the 30th of December, we have the big one, which is going to be Delibird Spotlight Hour. Of course, Delibird is a permanently boosted Stardust Pokemon, granting 500 Stardust per catch, but the bonus in that hour is going to be 2 times Catch Stardust, which means you will get 1,000 Stardust per catch, which is huge. But if you use a Star Piece in this hour, you will be able to get 1,500 Stardust per catch. Guys, that is absolutely broken. Huge Stardust gain potential in this hour. Then moving on to our events, our first event is going to be the Journey to Paldea event, which is going to be taking place from the 2nd until the 9th. This brings about our new Pokemon Go debut, which is going to be the rock type Pokemon Nastly, eventually going into Garganical. It also brings shiny boosts for Larvitar as well as Bagon. Then one event that actually hasn't been listed on the main page is going to be the Go Battle Week, which is actually going to be taking place from Thursday the 4th all the way until Monday the 8th. You will be able to do a maximum of 20 sets per day, which is 100 battles on each day. We will get a free timed research with rewards such as shoes that are going to be inspired by Grusha, and we can also use a charge TM to remove frustration. This is a massive tip, but a lot of people don't even know this event is happening. Then in the middle of all of that, on the weekend of the 6th and 7th, we will get the December Catch-Up Community Day, which is going to be featuring all of the Calm Day Pokemon throughout the entire year. Remember to play that. Then from the 11th to the 16th, we will get an event called Well Armed, which is probably going to be featuring a lot of fighting type Pokemon. I think we will see the debut of Clobbopus as well as Graplocked, potentially the releases as well of Dynamax Hitmonchan as well as Dynamax Hitmonlee because they were featured in a trailer. A Max Battle Day will be happening in the middle of that on the 14th, and it has been leaked that it will most likely be G-Max Snorlax making its return. Then from the 18th to the 24th, we have Winter Holiday Part 1, which normally brings about a new Ice type Pokemon or a new shiny Ice type Pokemon. There have been rumors that something like Ice-Q or even shiny Snom could potentially come to the game. We then have the Celestial Research Day, which is going to be on the 20th. Now I have a few theories of this. Celestial means any Pokemon to do with space and time. Could be something something around Lunatone and Solrock, Clefairy and Clefable, Staryu and Starmie, or potentially it could have something to do with Cosmog, which would be absolutely amazing, but we don't know those details yet. Then the Winter Holiday Part 2 will go live on the 24th through Christmas, all the way until the 29th. That is when we will see the new costume Pokemon of Charjabug as well as Sudowoodo. Then the New Year's event on the 31st, which is of course going to bring about that Blacephalon 5-star raid. That could be interesting. As we know, guys, next year is the 30th year of Pokemon and it is the 10th year of Pokemon Go. So I think it's going to be a massive year coming up. That is going to be December in its entirety. But if you guys want to see everything going on this specific week in Pokemon Go, we will leave it as our end screen. That is going to show you everything this week has to offer in Pokemon Go and what you really don't want to miss. Guys, love you so much. Go with us. We'll catch you on the next one, baby. Please smash that like and subscribe button. It's the best way we can grow on YouTube. And we want to grow with you guys. Love you. Go with us. Catch you in the next one, baby.